MSNBC political and national correspondent Jacob Soboroff is on the scene, and he joins me now. Jacob, first of all, you texted me about this earlier today. It's right in back of you. Describe for me the scene there. Who's there? What are people saying? Who you're talking to?
The one word that comes to mind is lovely, Jen. I have to say, we have seen a lot of coverage on television of how, quote unquote, gnarly things have gotten, quote unquote, all across L.A. And a couple blocks away from here, it's true. There are protests that have at times turned violent. There has been some vandalism. There's been altercations with the police department. But this is an interfaith vigil with just about every a member of the clergy that I recognize and know from Los Angeles up on the stage right now here in Gloria Molina Grand Park, right in the shadow of City Hall. I don't know if you can see it. JB, will you just show them City Hall up there? This is really the civic center of Los Angeles, and it couldn't get more peaceful, more unifying, and honestly, more of a wonderful feeling than what we are here looking at right now. And the whole idea here is to come out in support of immigrants, because as we've talked about quite a bit over the last couple of days and through the weekend, immigrants are the fabric and the heart of Los Angeles, and that's why people are here, to stand up for immigrants, to support immigrants, and also to demonstrate peacefully, to show that LA is coming out in force, and they're not out tagging buildings across the city, throwing rocks and bottles across the city. That is limited to a couple block area, a couple blocks from here, and the rest of the city is feeling like it normally does, and here they're united against the actions of the Trump administration.
Yeah, that's it. And for those of us who are not from L.A., you are from L.A. It's a huge city. There's a lot of space in it. I mentioned earlier, and I just wanted to get the details exactly correct, that there is a curfew, but it's for a small portion. Can you explain to us where that is, how big that portion of L.A. is?
For people that are from L.A. or have been here, it goes from about where we are in downtown Los Angeles, and like I said, the protests are a couple blocks away, to about where Dodger Stadium is in Elysian Park. I would say it's a couple miles away at the most. Los Angeles is a city that is almost 500 square miles, and so we're talking about a several square mile area within a 500 square mile city within a county that is even much bigger than that. And so this is a very specific area, and it is designed to get the people off of the streets who have been engaged in some of the vandalism and the violence that we've seen over the course of the last couple nights in that area around where President Trump has basically sent the National Guard to sit and do not much of anything other than protect a loading dock, Jen.
Yeah, they can't do much more than that legally. So that's the thing. You have been on the ground. You were one of the first people who gave me a heads up on this, who gave so many people out there watching a heads up of what was happening and the reaction in the community to these ICE raids. What are you seeing today in terms of the engagement of the National Guard and the arrival of the 700 Marines? Are you seeing, is there a bigger presence? Is it visible in the community?
No, not yet. We haven't seen the Marines yet, and we've heard reports that all is getting underway. But out on the streets, there are no Marines yet. The National Guard is largely limited to that one little entrance to the Metropolitan Detention Center around the corner, which is where the protest started, because, remember, ICE engaged in these wide-scale immigration enforcement operations, and that's where they brought the detainees.